second trip. It's been 2 weeks. Got out here super late last night, about 7:30. Put up my tent in the dark. So if it looks like it's thrown together, yeah, well, it is. I packed a little bit lighter this time. I left my plastic container at the house. I threw everything in my backpack. I don't know what time it is. Probably 7:30 or so. Roosters are crowing. Had a gray fox last night come up on the tent. Started fire this morning. Had to get me some coffee. Slight headache, no big deal. Get my first aid kit and get me some aspirin or something. So we're gonna try things a little bit different this time. There'll be shorter clips of what I'm doing out here. Do some cooking. I got a new pot to check out. Because I had a cast iron. The cast iron's heavy, so I didn't want to bring it. So I bought a new stainless steel pot. Yeah, I am in the middle of thick woods. I got lost 3 times last night going back to my truck. Well, I didn't get lost. I got turned around. Went on to a couple neighbors' properties. And it's so thick I had my lantern on the tent when I went to my truck. And when I came back I couldn't find the lantern. That's how thick it is. So, yeah. We'll get on with it. Hope you enjoy the video. If you do, like and subscribe. Comment if you want to, please. I haven't seen any comments on my last video, though I will say it's gotten almost more views than my potato soup video from almost a year ago. So, yeah. Like and subscribe. So my priority today is to get some wood. I'm on 5 acres of woods. There are some dead standing, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of live trees in this woods. Very few and far between are there dead standing trees. A lot of stuff on the ground. So I need to get some firewood together. I've had small fires, so it's something I can continue to do, but I don't want to. I'd like to get me some ashes to make something to eat. Keep heating up water. Because I do have some Mountain House dehydrated food that I can eat while I'm here this weekend. I got some small snacks. I got some hot dogs. But my hatchet of choice is the Fiskars. I love it. It's one of the first hatchets that I found that when you get it, it's sharp. And it does cut really well. I also have the Fiskars axe in my truck. It's, I believe, 28 or 32 inches long. It's a little bit bigger than this, and it's for chopping. It's not for splitting. A friend of mine, Mike Salmon, made a pouch for my hatchet because the Fiskars only comes with a plastic, I won't say sheath, but more a wraparound type thing, and you put it in and you snap something, it stays in there. But I mean, it's got a handle. How do you carry it besides with your hand? I don't want to have to carry my hatchet out here with my hand. So I got with Mike Salmon, and he does leather work. He does some good, nice leather work. Took him, actually, I think it was a day and a half to do this. And we're gonna see how it puts up with this weekend, because it's thick in here. It's kind of moist and wet. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So if you like, or if you want some leather work done, let me know and we'll get a hold of Mike and we'll get you guys together. He does everything. I'm gonna have him do, or I'm looking at having him do a knife sheath, because the mower comes with a plastic one, and the plastic is where it keeps getting hit and bent is turning white, so I know it's getting close to breaking. So I'm going to have him make a knife sheath and then a blade cover for my axe. So yeah, let's get to making some wood. So So, one thing you can do, if you've got a log the size that I have here, this isn't too thick, but down there it's about 5 inches in diameter. The easiest thing to do, use a saw, go halfway through, or whatever. See with that, it was small enough. It didn't take me long to cut through it. So, talking up here, and heck, even here is not going to be an issue. About 3/4 of the way and break it off. Alright, so I told everybody the last time that I like the Mora. I do. Great knives, and you can do so much with them. So, one of the things you can do with them is baton wood. People were like, huh? No. So when you're out in the woods, and it's been raining, which it was here 2 days, there's even a chance of it this afternoon, and you want wood to burn, get to the center. That's all you gotta do. Get to the center, right? And I'm going to split this again. So, and I'll show you why I'm splitting it again once I get it split. It's not going to hurt your knife. The Morris can handle it, and I can still eat with it. So, to get a fire going with wet wood on the outside, use the center of the wood, because not all the wood is wet. All you do doesn't have to be perfect at all, but the thinner you get it, the better. Once you get into the groove, it'll start doing its thing. You don't want to go all the way down if you can help it. It doesn't matter, right? All those little pieces right there will catch on fire. People try to make it perfect. Ain't no such thing as perfect. So, me myself, I don't care if it's on the stick or not. Get your angle right. Should stay on the stick. But like I said, it doesn't have to. Does not have to. You don't want to dig too deep, because then you get them thick. Alright, so I'm not going to keep it out here. I just wanted it out here to show you. So, I'll let that get going. Put it right up there in the fire. Alright. If it'll stay going, we'll be good. If it'll stay going. Let's see if it stayed. Alright, so I have a can in here simply because I don't know these woods, and I'm even closer to the Shenandoah Mountains this weekend than it was 2 weeks ago. And this county itself had 50 well, this county and 2 others had 50 sightings of bears. Alright, so getting a little bit hungry. One of the things I brought out here today, actually 2 of them, you'll see the grill in a second. It's on the fire. Some coffee. Get that one on the wrong side. Okay. So, told you I wanted to pack light, and my cast iron skillet is heavy. So I went and got a Solo stove. Now when I got this in the mail, I was thinking it was smaller, you know, like one person. This is actually will fit with 2 people. It's called Solo Stove, and it's made by Solo Stove. You can find it at solostove.com. It's, you know, they have recipes you can get for free, monthly gear giveaways, gear testing opportunities, all of that. I did purchase this. I did, however, let them know they were going to be in the video. So they want this video when I'm done. So I'm going to try it only because I'm going to make some Spam. Who doesn't like Spam? I'm camping. I'm a little bit hungry. Didn't have breakfast this morning. I got plenty in there for breakfast, but I need some place to cut my meat. So it is stainless steel, so it's not like aluminum. It won't put off any what's it, chemicals. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm not actually doing it. I'm actually right now cut the Spam up in it. I'm not going to use it to cook until I get my potatoes. And my steak. I'll put my steak on the grill. I got some Brussels sprouts. We'll make bacon fried Brussels sprouts. Which I have made before on a stove. Not on a campfire, but it's no different. You can cook it on a stove, I can cook it on a campfire. So, it's part of what this channel was about in the beginning. You can cook it on a stove, I can cook it on a campfire. So, my Spam on here. This is that G7 I talked about in my first video. And if the water is not hot enough or warm enough, it'll plump up. So you gotta stir it. Well, I don't like my coffee hot, so it's not hot enough. But taken care of. So Solo Stove comes with a nice handle, just like my stainless steel cup. Stainless steel. It's got measurements. 20 ounce, 40 ounce. I guess a half a cup and 1 cup. Not sure. That's no way that's 1 cup. It might be 1 quart. Pretty nice. I wish, like I said, I wish it was smaller. Because, you know, it takes up a lot of room on my backpack. Comes with a lid with holes, so the steam will come out, or you can drain water. So it comes with this 2-piece set. That's big enough to feed, I don't know, I mean, full-grown adults probably 2, maybe 3, depending on what it is that you're cooking. I wish it was smaller. I do. Less room in my backpack, that's for sure. And I don't eat that much food. Could I? Probably. If that's all I was eating, whatever was in here. Nice lid. Stainless steel. It's got the handles on it just like the pan does. So, I mean, and I will be cooking Brussels sprouts in the pan. In this pot, I'll make my mashed potatoes tonight with steak. I didn't eat steak last night when I came out because it was too dark and I had to put up the tent. So my first night steak didn't happen. But today's dinner, maybe even lunch, so y'all can see it, because you'll like the Brussels sprouts and bacon. I'll go ahead and do that today as my steak for the weekend. I'm not worried about none of that. So, what do I think about the Solo Stove? 1, Had I seen a smaller set, had I known these were this big, I wouldn't have bought them. Had I seen a smaller set that Solo Stove makes, I like the quality, that's great. But I need something that's smaller for my backpack. Granted, I have a cup and I have the stainless steel jug, but I need a smaller cook set. They make an actual twig stove for that Solo Stove. You can buy them separate. I just bought the 2-pot set. I wish it was smaller. I mean, it's a nice set, it's great. If you got 2 or 3 people, perfect. But for me, it's called the Solo Stove for a reason. So I'm out here by myself. I don't eat that much food. Is that pan great? The pan is perfect. If you can get me something, the pot is smaller, about that big around, we're great. It just takes up a lot of room in my backpack. So yeah, I do like it. It's good quality, stainless steel. I'll be cooking with it later on the fire. That's what it's made for. And I'll let you watch how that goes. I'm gonna eat my stuff. I'll get back with you. Figured I'd take you out here and let you see where how thick it actually is in here. Yeah, I'm walking around trees. So it's a pretty thin spot right here, but my tent's right there. So yeah, my tent's right there, and I got all this. This is where I am. So yeah, it's pretty thick in through here. I'm actually camped on a game trail that goes through the camp and that way. Now, that fox was right about there last night. When I hollered at him, he took off running. So yeah, it's pretty thick in here. If you remember correctly, my last video, I burnt my fingers because I bought the wrong gloves at the auto parts store. I bought impact resistant, not leather gloves. They were synthetic blend, so they melted. Well, I was going home and I went past Pittman's Ace Hardware in Dale City. Walked in, I grabbed a pair of regular yellow leather gloves, and as I was walking to the counter, I seen another pair. I seen these pair, and the kid behind the counter said, if I were you, I would buy those over the other ones. And I said, why? He said, they're a very good brand of glove, and they're a very good quality of glove. And I looked at them, they were 30 bucks, and I thought, you know what, I'll tell you what, I'll pay the 30 bucks for these gloves. You put these pair back. He said, I'll do that. I said, okay. So the reason I got them is because they are leather. I can handle hot wood. I can handle fire with them. Granted, there is a synthetic blend on the back, but I'm not worried about the back because I'm not going to be grabbing anything with the back of my hand, like I could anyways. But they've worked out really well so far. They're Steel's Outdoor Pro. They got a rubber on the back and leather uppers on the front, and then a palm cushion and leather covers on the bottom of the hand for the thumb. So far they've worked pretty good. I mean, they get hot, of course, everything gets hot, even leather gloves when you weld get hot, but the hot is not as bad as what it was when I wore those synthetic gloves. So they're working out pretty good. I like them. They're worth the $30. If you have a chance, grab some. Steel Outdoor Pros. And if you live in Dale City, go to Pittman Hardware. Pittman Ace Hardware. That's where I got the Fiskars chopping axe and those gloves. And they're really nice people, and they're very, very, very helpful. I go in there all the time. If I remember correctly, I bought my ground cover for under my tent there. That was last year. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to get back to relaxing again. I just wanted to see that. I hadn't done it. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting my Brussels sprouts. I'm standing behind the camera because the battery's flashing. I haven't been using it that much today. It's still flashing. I gotta check that out. But I'm cutting my Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna boil them up. Once I get them boiled, I'm gonna put them in the pan, or I'm gonna fry up some bacon. We'll chop up the bacon once it's fried up, and we'll put the Brussels sprouts in with the bacon. We're gonna fry all that up. Then I'm gonna boil some more water. I'm gonna make mashed potatoes in that pan that's on the fire right now. So I just wanted to catch you up on what I'm doing. I'll get back with you shortly. Alright, so I got a bacon on. Got to get it fried. I don't like, for the Brussels sprouts and bacon, I don't like the bacon crispy. I mean, you may. That's cool. I just don't. Because it's going to get some real Parmesan cheese in it that I bought at Publix. We'll let that all fry up, because I want it brown. I want all that fat that you just seen in there. Alright, so the bacon's done. Now, you have to remember one thing. When you do this part, you have to remember, oil and water don't mix. You have to be very careful. And you can forego some of that, so that's okay. Just put that. Now, I'm going to let these fry up a little bit on fire. Good old fire going right there. So, that's all it is. Brussels sprouts and bacon. Now normally if I'm at home, and yes, I made this at home, normally I would cut that bacon up after it cooks. But today I'm going to leave it like it is. I cut it into half and then I threw it in the pan. So it's not that big, but it's still bigger than a single bite. So, yep, I'm going to let that fry up a little bit more. I'm going to give it about 4 or 5 more minutes. I'll get back with you. Alright, we got the flame broiled steak going tonight. Actually, the fire was out when I put it on there. That thing was full of juices, it just flamed up. So, I got my potatoes ready. My Brussels sprouts and bacon and Parmesan cheese are ready. I'm just waiting for that steak. I got to flip it one more time. And it's done. I'm just going to pull it off there, let it rest, and be good. I don't mind a rare steak. I prefer a medium rare steak. So I cook it 5 minutes on each side. Then I'll do another 3 minutes on each side. Pull it off, let it rest for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Should be pretty good. Alright, I'll get back to you. Good morning, everybody. Morning of day 3. I'm not going to be here much longer. It's about 8:30. So I'm going to pack up my stuff, take down the tent, and head out. Try and get it all out in one load. I hope. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but I hope it does. So, not really a lot going on throughout the night. No foxes this time. really about it. I did get some relaxation in this weekend. It was great. Showed you guys a couple things. That solo stove, it's amazing. Pots are amazing. Even though that I thought they were too big, they're not. Except for the pot itself. Like I said, the pot's big enough for 2 people. Got a little bit cold last night. I climbed in the sleeping bag. I was sick. Something woke me up about 4 a.m. What it was. Wasn't nothing out here when I came outside, so just like that. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. Might have another one. I'm gonna get stuff packed up, get the tent taken down, and carry it out. Hope y'all enjoyed the video this time. Hopefully it's not as long as it was last time. If it is, we'll cut it down and do some changes to it. But I will see you on the next one. I'm looking maybe 2 weeks. Maybe a couple weeks. I need a break. Probably a couple weeks. I will let you know. On Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Navy Camping. Yeah, hopefully once I get, I've only been to both these places in my last video and this one, this set of woods once. So I already know what's here, but there are some things that I can do while I'm here. The other woods is a lot more open, it's a lot more hilly though. So I'm going to try and figure some things out to do while I'm at both of them. So like and subscribe and share it. Just share it, share it, share it. Tell everybody to subscribe. They don't have to watch my videos. Just tell everybody to subscribe. That'd be great. So I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day. Have a good week. Alright everybody, I got my stuff packed up, tent's down, everything's packed, ready to go. I'm gonna head out.